Hi, I'm Billi Maddox and I'm gonna mess this up so that you don't have to. So this is one of the robot courtesans that appear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I used two sets, parted them down, and kind of mismatched them. So most of the bricks came from those two sets. Obviously, I've added a lot of printed tiles. These are all tiles and stuff that I have from sets that are parted down. So I just have those. Funny enough, like I had the hair doing like a lot of crazy things, and I kept simplifying, and I know it's busy. It's really busy, but I kept looking at it and simplifying it. Also, the robots themselves, they're all slightly different, although they have similar armor and whatnot. They're all slightly different. So I wanted something that gave me a little bit of like wiggle room, so that it didn't have to be so exact. So it's all on like building the base. It's not very hard to go from something like this, just a base character, to something like this when you're just swapping out pieces. Just a couple things that I wanted to point out that I thought were cool that I did. I used these quarter circle tile pieces, the same ones you see here used for the hair, and instead of sort of using them squared up to, you know, how they should be, just sort of straight like that. It works like that as well. I kind of just pushed them, because I'm using those round tiles there, I kind of just pushed them out like that, and it created that kind of cut in look to their armor. If you could take a look at underneath there, they have a very high neck sort of armor thing. The one that I'm doing is one that I saw in a still that had these thigh-high blue boots. So I did it with the blue brick down here. The armor on the side here, they've got a piece that comes up on their shoulder, so I use these two slope pieces, these cheese wedge pieces, to kind of do that. On the face, I was gonna do it all yellow and then just the white under there, but you couldn't really see the white, so I just extended the white there. Sometimes they've got like really more dramatic makeup, so in this instance, this particular one has sort of white makeup all across the eyes. Again, these are customizable. So up on the top, it's probably one of my favorite areas. They have all these sort of like little nodules and things and greeblies that sort of stick up from their head, so I did that way. It actually looks really good from the side here, those little greeblies right there. I also wanted to include a little thing just for me, and I included a clear 1x2 plate so that you could see the brain, but then also like the metal of machinery or something. And I'll take it apart and show you how to build it in just a sec. On the side here, if you look at one of the detail shots of the side, I wanted to make sure I got, you know, the round parts where they should go and kind of, you know, look kind of techy and robotic. The hair is all one side, so this whole side is sort of mech and bald, let's say, and then this whole side is like hair. And it's just kind of really straight and drooped down. I used this piece that has like a little sticker on there as one that has a clip in the hair, but just wanted to add more detail so it just wasn't so all white. This is built to scale with all the other BrickHeadz, so I didn't sort of modify it in any way. So it is built like a standard BrickHead. Let me take this apart here. Oh, okay. So you can sort of get an idea of how this works. So now you can see that these are constructed in a very similar way, but kind of a little bit different. And it's essentially the same sort of build in the middle. You've got either two cylinders or two blocks that go in there. Let me see if I can take this piece out. Perfect. So I did two orange blocks just to kind of, because I was using a lot of yellow, I felt like orange would be cool. But at the top, I did do something, and I don't know how I'm gonna show you this, but I did do something. I'll just rip her face off. So we'll slide this piece out. On this side, I did green pieces. You'll see that they do a lot of green screen to this. So that's to sort of pay homage to the green screen that had to be done to actually replicate this. And then of course, always with the BrickHeadz, there's a pink brain at the top. So that's the sort of interior, and everything else is pretty much constructed exactly the same as every other BrickHead that's ever been made. With the exception of this front piece is what changes a lot. Sometimes there is a long brick that's printed like Gamora has, or even Star-Lord has. There's that long brick there. So instead of having something like a long bar here and then these pieces on the side, I just built it up in a different way. I wanted to add one more thing before I let you all go. Because of this side of the head, I had a lot of fun making that. I'm thinking that I'm going to start working on a 3PO BrickHead, but from episode 1, before he had any of the metal plating or anything like that. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm new to this. Okay? Let's see if it works. And if you've watched this far into the video, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I want to say one last thing before I let you go. Roll the thing!